Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys back in the stream once again, being a part here on the channel. And here we go, the start of the second rounds for the NBA playoffs in the Western Conference starts tonight. The number 3 seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves, is on the road to take on the number 2 seed, the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets. Game number 1 of the series. Denver 33-8 this season on their home court. And Minnesota coming in off a sweep over Phoenix in their first round matchup. Denver won against the Lakers in 5. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, as well as we'll be starting very, very soon in this matchup. The Nuggets come in as a 4.5-point favorite tonight on the line. And in terms of injuries, basically everybody is healthy for all the key players entering tonight's game here. So just a couple of bench players who's listed out for this game, but no players of significance for this matchup for today. So yeah, start of the second round for this matchup actually begins before Game 7 even starts for Orlando Cleveland. Game 7 is going to be tomorrow for that series, and that'll wrap up the end of the first round matchups. What's good? Daniel on the stream, welcome back in. Boulder Vaughn, happy Kentucky Derby Day out to you from Colorado on the stream. Hockey from home, welcome back in. And oh yeah, I got to get the poll out actually, so that's one thing that I'm missing right here. I'm going to put the poll in the chat for you guys in just a moment. So who you guys taking to win tonight? And we will go Timberwolves or Nuggets for this game, and this game is taking place on Denver's home floor today for this matchup. I'm going to go Denver tonight in this one here with their home court advantage. I think this is going to be a really good series. So that poll is now out in the chat. Feel free to vote in that poll for this one. Man, Jamal Murray just rising in a clutch in a big way, just rising his game to another level in the playoffs for Jamal Murray. He's never even been an all-star during his career, but man, when playoff time comes, he just hits another gear. That's something that makes him special, because with a lot of players, they crack under pressure. Usually their numbers trend downwards in the playoffs, but for Jamal Murray, he's basically the opposite out of everybody as his numbers spike upwards for scoring numbers for Jamal Murray. 2-game winners over the Lakers in round 1 for the series. And this T-Wolves team, they were just so dominant against Phoenix. 4 wins in a sweep. 3 of those wins were by double digits. Phoenix had a lot of issues in that series with depth. This is a very, very deep Minnesota squad. They're one of the best defenses in all of the NBA. And, yeah, I think we could be in for a long series tonight between these two teams here. So, what's good, everybody? Ren Jeff Bryant on the street. Welcome in. Ooh, good question. Probably go Drake for me, in my opinion. Robert, welcome in. Charliza, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's Saturday is going well out there. And pretty nice day today, this Saturday, where I am. 1 game a day for today and tomorrow. Orlando versus Cleveland is the only game listed on the schedule tomorrow. So that is it for tomorrow on the schedule. And this is the first second round game to begin. So both of these teams wrapped up their series earlier on in the week. So that's why we start off this game before Game 7 for the Magic and the Cavs. Hey, Twin City Bulldog Club, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, this is going to be a really good series. Yeah, that's the thing I worry about Denver is depth. Just, they don't look deep enough compared to Minnesota. This whole playoffs is all been about health. And yeah, I think it's going to be a long series, so it hinges on the health of specifically Jamal Murray, because Jokic, I don't think he can do it just by himself for Jokic in this series, because there's too many weapons on Minnesota. There's some really good balance from Minnesota, and we're seeing right in front of our very own eyes Anthony Edwards becoming the next face of the league. Hey, Marcus, welcome in. Uncle Pizzle, welcome back to the stream. Hope you recovered yesterday from yesterday. Oh, wow. So Uncle Pizzle's TV looks like stuck on TNT2 now, has to order a new remote. Yikes. Dallas won over the Clippers in 6 last night, so it's going to be Dallas versus OKC in the first round matchup on the top part of the Western Conference bracket. And this is the 3 versus 2 matchup between Minnesota against Denver. Yeah, really good. Recently, we got over, I think 10,000 views on yesterday's stream, which was insane. We got like 900 viewers on yesterday's game. Like the fourth quarter yesterday was crazy. Both of these teams split the season series as well. 3 recent games within the last like month and a half between Minnesota and Denver. Minnesota took game 1, 110-89 on their home floor. That was on November the 1st. And then Denver took game 2 of the season, March 19th, 115-112 at Minnesota. T-Wolves took game 3 of the season at Denver, 111-98, and then Denver won on their home floor. In the final game, that was just under a month ago. That was April 10th, 116-107. So the final game of the regular season that these two teams played against each other. Hey, what's good? Bradley, Jacob, welcome to the stream, man. About to tip off in just a moment. Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, the starting 5 for Denver, going up against Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert, the starting 5 for Minnesota. We're going to be in for one heck of a series here between these two teams, and what could very well be a deep series. Hit us up in the chat who you guys got for this one here tonight, Denver or Minnesota. About to get things begun with tip-off, and we get underway. And the ball got tipped out of bounds, so this will be Denver's possession to start things off. Denver, first possession of the game. Left to right in the floor. Blue uniforms, yellow numbers, yellow letters with a mile-high jerseys tonight for the Nuggets. Jokic backs his way on Karl-Anthony Towns. Dribbles back. Hand off to Murray. Murray elevating its game in a big way every single playoffs. Murray guarded by Anthony Edwards. The matchup to watch out for this game. 3 in the shot clock. And Edwards, that's going to be charged to Murray. So Murray pushes off on Edwards. It is going to be a turnover committed by Jamal Murray in the first possession of the night. So possession number 1 now for Minnesota. Right to left on the floor. White uniforms, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters for the T-Wolves. Mike Conley off the screen. Jacks up the 3. Off the back rim, no good. And the rebound ripped away by KCP for Denver. Denver with possession number 2. Caldwell Pope swings it on top off to Jokic. Jokic backs his way on Gobert at the low block here. Jokic, turnaround jumper inside the key. Bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Gobert. So Jokic missing the first shot attempt of the game for Denver. Possession number 2 now for Minnesota. Mike Conley. It's been excellent running the offense this season. Out to Edwards to the left corner. Edwards up fake. Takes the 3. Hand in the face. And he sticks it. Bang, bang. Anthony Edwards at the left corner. Drills the 3 to begin the scoring for the second round. 3-zip for the T-Wolves. Jokic bouncing bodies to the left elbow, working on Towns. Hand off to Murray around the screen, and Edwards commits the reach and foul. Yes, I believe that whoever wins this series is going to be the team that the Celtics face in the NBA Finals. So I think it's whoever's going to come out of this series will represent the West in the NBA Finals. Missed jumper by Murray from the corner. That came up short as an air ball. Up the floor, Conley shovels over to Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns attacks inside the paint, floats up the shot, got it to go, and 1. Coming up in the free throw line by Cats. What a start for Minnesota to begin. He just beats Aaron Gordon by a step, and Gordon tried to go for the steal, not in the defensive position, swiped at the basketball and got called in the foul. Bad start here for Denver. One shot at the free throw line for Karl-Anthony Towns, and that is good. Quick 6-zip start in the first minute and a half plus to begin. Denver with possession. Murray slides it on top off to KCP into the hands to Gordon. Gordon top of the free throw circle. Hand off Murray. Takes the 3 straight away. Had a look. No good though as he bricked it off the back rim. Rebound back to Minnesota. Mike Conley up the floor. 2 for 3 shooting. 0 for 3 for Denver so far. Minnesota's 2 for 3. Left baseline dribble. Conley bounce pass inside a key. Gobert moves it outside. Edwards out fake. Edwards accelerates downhill jumper mid range. Edwards got it and 1. Anthony Edwards, the free throw line is 8-zip for the T-Wolves. Statement start on the road for Minnesota. First 2 minutes, just right out of the gate, coming out on fire. And Denver said last year their toughest opponent on their NBA Finals run was right here with his T-Wolves squad. And just what a difference a year makes. Just in the offseason, just look at the month of August. Anthony Edwards and his progression he made with Team USA, taking over as the star player for Team USA in the FIBA World Cup. And just this entire Minnesota team, just massive progression from where they were a year ago to now here this year. Taking a major step up this season. Top of the key, Jokic. Jokic moves it off to Murray. Murray downhill, swings it out underneath off to Gordon. A rack attack with a 2-handed flush. Vegas, what's good? Welcome in, brother. 9.5 left to go in the first. Edwards, bounce pass top of the key off to Karl-Anthony Towns. Dribbles towards his right, looking to pass it off around the ball arena logo. Sends it off to Conley, 8 in the shot clock. Mike Conley, guarded by Gordon. Top of the key here for Conley, 5 in the shot clock. Drives, a dish over to Gobert. Gobert, 3 in the shot clock. Gobert running out of real estate, makes the pass out to the right corner. Missed 3 though as the shot clock expired. Off the mark by Jaden McDaniels. Gordon sends it on top over to KCP. 9-2 start for Minnesota as the pass went inside off to Jokic. Has sailed out of bounds though. That's a turnover. So Denver getting clumsy right now with a basketball down low as they turn it over. Minnesota under 9 minutes left to go in the first. Out to an explosive start here. Top of the key 3. Edwards. He takes it and he makes it from downtown. Timeout taken on the floor by Denver. 12-2. for the T-Wolves to begin Game 1 of the series in the second round. Anthony Edwards looking like the new face of the league for the future. Bang, bang. Big start for him. Wow. Just a lightning fast start here for the T-Wolves. 12-2. And this is just from the starters so far. Wait until the bench comes in to this game, and then things can potentially get really out of hand right now. No issues for Minnesota with the mile-high altitude to begin. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And man, right out of the gate, what a statement for Minnesota. This Denver team's been in spots like this before, really just struggling in games, and then they get better throughout the course of the game. So, still got a long way to go in this game tonight. The Nuggets have not been a good first half team in this playoffs. I wish I could do the calculation of all the first half points, but the Lakers throughout that series actually led for more minutes than the Nuggets for the most part. Like, this Nuggets team was doing a lot of come-from-behind games in the second half to win games, and they're lucky that they took on an opponent that was coached by Darvin Ham that was choking 2 12-point leads and a 20-point lead in the playoffs, because this Minnesota team's definitely going to be different. This is a more physical type of team that's got way more depth, that is just going to take it to you if you're struggling to capitalize early on. It's going to be tough to get back in this game. And even though Jamal Murray's been a playoff riser in the second half, Anthony Edwards has been the same thing. Like, he went off in the first round with some massive second half games for him. And Jamal Murray has done the same. Mr. Clutch gets better and better in the fourth quarter, but you got to start strong if you're Denver. And this is not a good start right now, down 12-2. And usually we talk about this team being the king of efficiency for Denver. Just 1 for 4 shooting from the floor. 2 missed threes. They've also turned it over twice to begin. And this just has been a difficult start for Denver altogether. Hey, what's good, Thomas? Welcome in. Yeah, I don't usually follow horse racing for me. I was out all day, so I just got back within the 6 o'clock hour for me. 12-2 now as we get back from the timeout. Jamal Murray has it at the top of the key, gets around McDaniels, has some space, floats up the runner, no good. Murray missed the shot. Rebound controlled by Gobert. Conley, Edwards, Gobert. Karl-Anthony Towns, Jaden McDaniels, the 5 of the floor, slicing defenders right to the rim. It's a layup scored by Anthony Edwards. 14-2 now for Minnesota. Edwards stockpiling the points to begin this game. He is now up to 11 out of the 14. That's just way too easy. Edwards split Gordon and Jokic and took it directly to the rim. That's 11 points in 4 minutes, shooting a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor by Edwards. Denver with the ball, edge of the midcourt logo. Murray shovels it off to Jokic. Jokic inside the key, backs his way on Cat. Jokic double team, turn around. Jokic no good, missed off the rim. And the rebound secured here by Minnesota. Minnesota's going to slow it down as we approach 8 minutes left to go in the first, just 4 minutes in. They got 14. Denver's only got 2 in a home game for Denver. Edwards on top, Conley moves it outside, Cat to the corner. Cat back out to the top, Conley into the hands to Edwards. 11 points out of the 14 in the first 4+ minutes. Over to Conley, floats up the runner, missed off the mark, short, tipped up for the offensive rebound. McDaniels underneath with possession, couldn't score. Double teamed, offensive rebound again, no good. Tipped off the mark. Jokic finally secures a defensive rebound. Jokic gets moved inside. Porter Jr. tries the jumper, drills it. 14-4. MPJ with a 2 in response. Denver's going to look to see if they can do that all game. Push the basketball up the floor there. A really good team that likes to dictate style and pace for the Nuggets. Edwards has it here at the edge of the midcourt logo. Edwards, top of the key, towards his left, guarded by Jokic. Brings along a double team, sends it on top. Conley outside to the corner. Right corner 3, missed off the mark by Karl-Anthony Towns. Tipped up to another rebound by Jokic. Jokic off to Murray. Murray accelerates, kick out to the corner. Gordon decided to give up the open 3. Off to Jokic on top. Jokic powers his way down low. Lost it out of bounds at a turnover. That's now turnover number 3 tonight for Denver. So you got a block of a body attacking down the lane and a 7'2" Joker, and the Minnesota defense just keeps on challenging Denver. They stripped Jokic, and Jokic turned it over out of bounds. 10-point lead. Minnesota with possession. 6:40 left to go in the first. Lob down low. Edwards cuts backdoor to the rim. He scores. Up and in off the glass. It is good for 2. That's an excellent pass by Cat at the free throw circle. The lob backdoor off to Edwards. 12-point lead once again. Murray at the Ball Arena logo, towards his right around the perimeter. Murray lost it, out of bounds. It went off. Who is this out of bounds by? I thought it was out of bounds by Murray to begin with, off his shoe. I believe this will stay. It's going to stay Denver possession. Denver got really lucky right there. Murray lost a dribble. And according to the referees, it was kicked out of bounds off of Minnesota. So, inbound here for Denver. Down by 12, jumper. Porter Jr. no good. Missed at the top of the free throw circle. Rebound secured by Gobert. This has been all Minnesota. Mike Conley towards his right around the perimeter. Bounce pass off the roll down. Intercepted by Jokic, though. Jumped the route as he was looking to thread the needle off to Gobert. Murray sidestep to his left. Decides not to take a transition 3. Moves it across the floor off to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. top of the key. Backs his way on Gobert. Porter Jr. fires the pass. Right corner. Bad decision. It's a turnover. Another turnover by Denver. Just out of control with the basketball. What are you doing right there if you're Michael Porter Jr.? I'd rather have you go into a hook shot motion than go into a hook shot pass and decide to kick it out last minute at the right corner where your teammate's not anticipating it. And Edwards had it stripped out of bounds. It went off at Edwards according to the referees. That's just excellent D right there by KCP. Sadu on the stream. Welcome in, man. What a start to this game from Minnesota. 16-4. We're midway through the first quarter. Just 4 points by Denver. Jokic with a 3. No good. Missed off the front rim. Nothing is going on for Denver's offense. Usually the king of efficiency starts off 2 for 10. Shooting. Karl-Anthony Towns, top of the key, fires the pass down low, off to Gobert, and he rips it through with a 2-handed dunk. The big boys working together in the last possession. That's 2 incredible assists by Karl-Anthony Towns. 18-4. Timeout on the court by Denver once again. We're down to 5:12 left to go in the first quarter. Yikes. Oh my goodness. If you guys are doing this stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams as well. The Nuggets right now are on pace to score approximately 6.5 to 7 points at the end of this quarter if they keep this up. This has just been bad. Turnover issues all over the place. Minnesota's clearly out hustling them on the glass. Minnesota's attempted 5 more shots than Denver in this quarter. It's 10-4 in rebounds in favor of Minnesota. 3-0 on the offensive glass right now. Points in the paint, 10-4. Anthony Edwards single-handedly is tripling the Nuggets on the board. 13 points by Edwards. Denver with 4. I mean, this is a team that we always talk about, the king of efficiency, Nikola Jokic, how he makes everything just look so easy on just taking a high IQ percentage shot for Jokic. And, I mean, he cannot do it himself. And you got to start off these games good. And this is what's been the concerning part about Denver in the playoffs, is that if it wasn't against Darvin Ham, if Darvin Ham wasn't the Lakers coach, the Lakers will be playing the T-Wolves most likely. They're lucky. They're very, very lucky. The Nuggets are lucky that they took on a Lakers team that's led by Darvin Ham. And, yeah, Darvin Ham got fired, and it explains why. It explains why. Just terrible coaching. It's just all coaching. Like, you got guys going under screens playing defense. You got guys that's not seeing their man, not seeing the ball. They're trying to look for a screen, and they get confused, and then next thing you know, you got the opposing offensive player who's blowing right past them to score a bucket. I mean, you got Anthony Davis all the time who's anticipating a screen, looking towards his left or looking towards his right, trying to anticipate a screen instead of getting into a defensive stance, trying to stop the ball, trying to stop his man, and then just the Nuggets were able to get by him in the series. FN on the stream, welcome back in. Rogelio, welcome in. This is just a statement start here for Minnesota. Like, they're incredibly deep, led by what appears to be the next face of the league with Anthony Edwards. And this looks like potentially we could have a pass the torch moment in this series here. I think if we look back at this series, we're going to take a look back at the offseason, the losing Bruce Brown. I think that was a major blow towards Denver in the offseason, losing a depth piece like that. And I think as we look back at this series, if Denver does lose this series, that's going to be a pretty big reason why you lose a depth piece like that in the offseason. This could very well come down to depth in the series. There's Jokic as we come back from the timeout with a hook shot as he connects on it. They really needed that. 18-6. Jerry, welcome in. Brad Johnson on the stream. Thanks all for joining in. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, first time on the floor. He's been a solid bench piece this season. Naz Reid as well. Sixth man of the year. Baseline dribble. Takes it to the cup. No good. Too strong off the glass. A rebound controlled by Porter Jr. Over to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, his first time in the court tonight. And they got number 9 on the floor as well for Denver. That is Justin Holiday for the Nuggets, who is out there. And Porter Jr. delivers in the 3. So 18-9 now as they trail by half the points. 4 minutes left to go in the first. At the right wing with Edwards. Edwards guarded by Porter Jr. at the Ball Arena logo. Edwards looking to get it away. Sends it off to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Dribbles up to the elbow. Edwards now inside the key. Edwards fall away. Low block. No good. Missed off the rim short. Denver starting to box out here as they come up with a defensive rebound. Porter Jr. up the floor. He attacks the paint on Gobert. Got blocked from behind by Gobert. Rudy with a block. Minnesota with a ball. Edwards attacks. Kick out to the corner. Nickeil. Baseline dribble. Floats it up over the top for Gobert. No good. Tipped off the glass by Edwards. Tipped to Caldwell Pope, who saved it at the baseline. And the Nuggets came down with it. Nuggets almost lost it. Bounce pass behind the back. Sets up a corner 3. They couldn't convert. Oh, they're breaking shots left and right here for Denver. Missed shot from the quarter. That was by number 9, Justin Holiday. They are just a super thin team for the Nuggets as Denver does come up with a steal inside the key with Porter Jr. Justin Holiday. Bounce pass down low. Jokic, and Jokic gets fouled. So he was guarded by Alexander Walker down low. This will stop the clock with 3:07. Hey, Luis, welcome in from Canada. Thanks for joining in. So 2 free throws here by Jokic. 3:07 left to go in the first as the Nuggets are starting to put together a run. At one point, they were on pace for like 6.5 or 7 points approximately. They had just 4 points with around 5.5 minutes left to go in the first. So they've started to double that point total in around a 2-minute time span as they've been able to chip back into this lead. It's now 18-11. 7-zip run last minute and 55 seconds approximately. Handoff from Gobert off to Edwards. Edwards with a quick 11 to begin this game. Catching fire. 3 no good off the back rim. Missed by Minnesota by Alexander Walker. Reggie Jackson at the wing. Bounce pass off to Jokic. Lobs it across the floor to KCP. Moves it out to the low block off to Jokic. He is guarded by Gobert 1-on-1. Backs his way inside. A key on Gobert. Jokic lost it, but Gobert reaches in. And now stop the clock as the referees call a reach and foul, picked up charge to Rudy. This should send Denver into the bonus. Hey, Mandel on the stream. Welcome in. Joski. Welcome in, man. Still got a long way to go in this game, but it's a promising sign for Denver because they were going nowhere to begin today. And they're starting to climb their way back into it right now. 18-12. First free throw is good. Just a disastrous start. But if there's anything about a disastrous start, Philadelphia, they lost that game, though. It was Game 6 for Philly. They were down 20-7 to begin that game against New York in Game 6. They were also down 33-11. They came back and they actually took the lead. But then they lost at the end. But it was a back and forth game in the third quarter. Loose ball picked up, stolen away by Denver. Denver here with a 2-on-1 lob. Over the top, punching it through with a right-handed flush with the Nuggets on the slam. It's Reggie Jackson with an assist. And throwing it down with a right-handed throwdown is Michael Porter Jr. 18-15. Porter Jr. getting up right there off the alley-oop flush. We get a ball game. Reggie Jackson, the energizer, to start to mount a run here for the Nuggets. Timeout on the floor by Minnesota. Wow, this is a huge run for Denver. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams. Be a part here on the channel. Hey, what's good, Mario? Welcome in, man. Yeah, Mr. Tops is doing pretty well. So, glad to hear that you're feeling better, bud. 7 points by Michael Porter Jr. He leads the way for Denver. 6 by Jokic. Murray has yet to score. Murray's a -14 on the court. 0 for 3 shooting in the first 7 minutes that he's played tonight. 13 by Anthony Edwards from Minnesota. 3 by Karl-Anthony Towns. 2 by Rudy Gobert with 6 rebounds. Yeah, Kentucky Derby was today. Yeah, Mr. Brunson. He's been upping his game every single year for him. No points by the T-Wolves in the last 3 minutes. Edwards has it at the left wing. Bounce pass over to Cat, top of the free throw circle. Outside finds Edwards. Catching fire. 3, no good. Around the rim and out. Tipped up from Porter Jr. Off to Jokic, and the Nuggets come up with the basketball. Denver trailed by double digits early on. They attack the rim, accelerating by Reggie Jackson to the cup as he scores the layup. 13-zip run in the last 3 minutes for the Nuggets. 1 point game here. Edwards going up around. And he got it and one. Anthony Edwards absorbing the contact plus the foul. Man, the degree of difficulty to this shot is unbelievable. Anthony Edwards off his backside inside a key as he had to wrestle away from Caldwell Pope, who followed him from behind. And just the degree of difficulty to get that shot through contact from the backside leaning backwards, that is incredible by Edwards. The free throw is good. 4-point lead for Minnesota. That's a big energy booster for Minnesota because it was a 13-zip run in the direction of Denver. 16 points by Edwards in his first quarter. The pass got kicked by Alexander Walker. Stops the clock with 1:37. Element, welcome in. Thanks all for joining in, everyone. If you guys are new in the stream, feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys want to win this game tonight here. T-Wolves or Denver? Type it in. Inbound for the Nuggets. Jokic, top of the key. Hand off to Jackson. Jackson at the right wing. Step back three in the air. Swoosh. Right over Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Reggie Jackson buries the triple. 1 point game now. Minnesota with possession. Edwards guarded at the top of the key by one defender. That is Holiday. Skip pass, right corner. Naz Reid laces up a three. Missed off the back rim, no good. And the rebound secured by Denver by Justin Holiday. Jokic with the ball. Jokic at the right wing. Jokic guarded by Karl-Anthony Towns one-on-one. Looking to pass it back. Jokic trying to see if somebody's open. He finally gets to the Porter Jr. Porter Jr. attacks inside the paint. Porter Jr. met at the rim and gets fouled. And it's going to be charged to Kyle Anderson, who picks up the shooting foul. So this will be 2 shots here at the free throw line from Michael Porter Jr. now for Denver. And they're down by 1. They were trailing at 1 point, as many by 14 points to begin this game. It was 18-4 Minnesota. And then Denver went on a 13-zip run right back to make this score 18-17. First free throw is good. We're tied. We are tied right now. With 5.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, Denver had just 4 points. Denver had just 4 points with 5.5 minutes left. They were on pace to score around 6.5 to 7 points before the end of the quarter was done. They have flipped the switch right now. They trailed as many by 14. It's their first lead of the night. Free throw number 2 was good. 22-21 deflected. Nuggets come up with an interception. A steal by Denver. Michael Porter Jr. shovels off to Jokic at the free throw circle. Jokic working his way on Cat here. 15 on the shot clock. 35 seconds left to go in the quarter. Out to the top of the key. Caldwell Pope outside. Jokic with a lot of space. Takes the 3 right down the chute. He delivers. Nikola Jokic cans a triple. It's part of a 21-3 lead by Denver. 4-point lead here for the Nuggets. 21-3 run by Denver here. Edwards inside the key. Edwards looking to pass it back out. He does, into the hands of Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker, contested jumper over Jackson, connects on it. 2-point game. Clock's a little bit ahead right now. 5 seconds left to go. Nuggets have it at the left wing. Jokic spots up for the 3 at the buzzer, and no good. He airballed it as we close out at the end of the first quarter. Denver barely led for approximately 40 seconds in that entire quarter. They were down as many by 14 points, and they close out with a 2-point advantage at the end of one, 25-23. Big wow for Denver. I mean, just to stockpile the points like that. And this is a T-Wolves squad that's incredibly deep for them. And Denver was getting on that run without Murray on the floor. Murray right now is a -14 tonight. Aaron Gordon's a -14 on the floor. But 2 bench guys, Reggie Jackson, Justin Holiday, +16 by those 2. Justin Holiday's got 4 rebounds in 5 minutes. Reggie Jackson has an assist and a steal for Reggie Jackson. Jokic with 9 points. 9 points by Michael Porter Jr. Minnesota's been a one-man show tonight. Anthony Edwards, 16 of the 23 on 6 for 10 shooting. Everybody else is, Jaden McDaniels is 0 for 4, but after that, everybody else has taken 2 shots or fewer in this game for Minnesota. So it's been basically, the go-to has been Edwards, which has been no problem because he's been making shots at a 60% clip, but McDaniels has struggled. Yeah, Justin saying 21 points in a 5-minute clip. It's just crazy what the Nuggets just did right there. This team's the king of efficiency, and it was not looking that way to begin in the first 7 minutes. They were bricking shots left and right, and all of a sudden playing much, much tougher defense, playing much better on the glass, coming up with rebounds. Hey, what's good? Jay Ramirez, welcome back in, man. Yeah, I feel like the T-Wolves are the more balanced team if they get everybody going and scoring, but right now it's just Edwards has been special. It's just other guys having a lot of trouble scoring the ball so far. Like, everything's been done through Edwards, which I don't have a problem with at all right now when you're shooting the ball 6 for 10 from the floor. It just comes from the other guys that there hasn't been anything done from the other players. It's just been a one-man show. Whereas this season has basically been, for the Nuggets, between Jokic and Murray in that last series, with those two going off. But this is a huge side to see Porter Jr. getting going early on for him. Also, Reggie Jackson, he's a big catalyst, the reason why they came back. Reggie Jackson with 5 points. One of those was a made three that he has. He's impacting the games on multiple levels right now for him. So he's got 5 points in 5 minutes, with an assist and a steal for Reggie Jackson. Ruben, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Denver has a record of 19-3 all-time in Game 1 playoff games in playoff history. Back to action. Mike Conley on the floor with Jaden McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, Kyle Anderson, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So right now, Anthony Edwards is currently on the bench. That's a forced shot. Missed the low block by Karl-Anthony Towns to begin the second quarter. Michael Porter Jr. on the floor with Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, and Contavious Caldwell. Or no, that's number 9, actually, Justin Holiday. That's not number 5. Porter Jr. comes out with an interception up the floor over to Gordon, and Gordon attacks the paint. He was fouled prior in transition. Reaching in was Kyle Anderson. So Jokic right now is on the bench at this moment. The head coach for Denver, Chris Finch, he had an injury. It was a patella leg injury in the final game of the series with like 3 minutes left against Phoenix. So that's why he's coaching from the seats today for Chris Finch for Minnesota. Top of the key for Denver. Murray, yet to score tonight at the left elbow. He has a negative 14 on the floor for Murray. Passes down low. Gordon, turnaround shot. That came up well short. So couldn't push off there off the turnaround at the low block. Minnesota started off excellent, 5 for 7. After that, though, ever since they're 4 for 18, and that is a turnover. So the T-Wolves turned it over. It's a travel violation committed by Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson giving the T-Wolves a lot of negative minutes out there recently on the floor. Struggling coming off the bench by Anderson. 2-point lead for the Nuggets. Top of the key. Gordon. Hand off to Murray. Working on McDaniels, 1-on-1, 8 in the shot clock. Murray gets past McDaniels, rises for the jumper at the elbow. Murray no good, couldn't convert. Rebound secure by Minnesota. Conley crosses the midcourt logo. Out on top off the Cat. Cat accelerates inside the paint over Gordon. Kiss off the glass, he scores. Up and in, off the backboard. 25-25. Karl-Anthony Towns up to now 5 points. Jamal Murray attacks inside the paint. Missed the left hand. Gordon. They're going to erase the 2 over the cylinder. Will not count the tip-in. Yep, that will not count there. That's over the cylinders. Gordon tipped it in, but the ball was over the cylinder around the rim. So not a clean tip-in right there for the interference by Gordon. 25 even. They take away the 2. At the left wing, it's Conley. Conley, bounce pass off the roll down, attacking the rack. Kyle Anderson soars up, explodes, and he dunks it. Wow. 27-25 Minnesota. I want to lower my level down after that too, as that caught me off guard with Kyle Anderson going up with a finish. Here's a 3 off the dribble. Handoff, it's good. Swoosh. Michael Porter Jr. buries the triple. 1-point game. Approaching 9.5 left to go before halftime. This game's working our way through it right now. Not many whistles lately. Top of the key here with Conley. Conley at the left wing. Slides it off to his right. Here's a 3. Jacked up by McDaniels. No good. Bricked off the back rim. Anderson goes up. Anderson As he got the bucket. They're not going to count it, though, as the foul occurred before the shooting motion. On the rebound, it's going to be charged to Jamal Murray on the loose ball foul. So this is going to be an inbound here for Minnesota. Yeah, it's crazy. We already got this second round matchup, and tomorrow we got a game 7, too. .23 left to play here in a second. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Inbound, deflected, intercepted. Gordon came up with a steal off to Christian Braun. He attacks the rack and flushes it through with a two-handed dunk. 3-point lead by the Nuggets. And T-Wolves struggling. A couple possessions here, turning over the basketball. Mike Conley at the left wing perimeter. Away for the ball. Denver picks up another foul, and the clock will stop. That's going to be charged to Aaron Gordon, his first personal foul tonight by Gordon. Murray's got 2 right now for personal fouls, so everybody has got a 1 or 0 besides Murray in this game. He's the lone one in foul trouble. 3-point Nuggets lead Minnesota with a possession. Under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Edwards, jab step. Edwards back in the game. Jacks up the 3. Bricked off the back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tipped around. Lost by McDaniels. It's Murray who comes down with it. Murray up the floor finds Porter Jr. Sends it out to the top to Christian Braun. Hand off Jamal Murray. Jamal dribbles. Lost it inside. Murray flung down with the basketball. Shovels underneath. They got it still for Denver. Porter Jr. Jumper. 15-footer. Off the front rim. No good. He went up. He got fouled. And the referee is calling on Kyle Anderson. And this will be 2 free throws covered up by Michael Porter Jr. at the free throw line. That is all just resiliency right there. Jamal Murray lost the basketball, got it back for his teammates at the baseline underneath the hoop, and Porter Jr. rose up for the jumper, got contacted and fouled. So MPJ at the free throw line here, shooting 2 for Denver. First one's good. (31-27). .8:29 left to go before halftime, and just what a battle between these two teams. Denver looked like they were hot in the water to begin this game. They were trailing as many by 14 points. The score is 18-4 at 1 point to begin. That was with around 5 minutes left to go in the first. Second shot, no good. Around the rim and out, missed by Michael Porter Jr. So Porter Jr.'s got 13 at the moment today. 4-point game, Minnesota across the floor off to Conley. On top, it goes to Edwards. Dribbles towards the elbow. Edwards working on one defender. He's guarded by KCP. Backs his way inside the key. Edwards took the jumper, skipped around the rim and out. Porter Jr. collects the defensive rebound. Down to 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Michael Porter Jr. It's now Murray who has possession. Murray. Bounce pass behind his back. Sets up KCP at the left wing. Guarded by Conley. Lob downhill. Jokic met at the rim by Katz. And Jokic gets called in the travel violation. That's just tough defense by Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's see here the replay. Jokic went up. That's a missed shot. Didn't even hit the rim. Jokic got it back and called it a travel with it. Wow, this is so strong defense right there by Cat. 4-point game. Top of the key, Conley. Off to Gobert. Hand off Conley. Conley, left baseline dribble. Conley passes off to the cutter. Underneath with Karl-Anthony Towns, and he gets fouled. And 2 shots here will come up at the free throw line. So Jokic picks up the shooting foul. And that'll be Jokic's first tonight. So first personal foul that Jokic picks up tonight. Yeah. It's got a lot of similarities there for Aaron Gordon. And I agree, because he's so athletic. He is such a tough matchup because of how explosive he is. First one is good at the line for Minnesota. So now it's a 3-point game. Hey, what's good? Kwame, welcome back in. Karl-Anthony Towns working his way up now to 6 points in this game. Second shot by Cat came off the rim short. Christian Brown collected a defensive rebound. Nuggets with possession. Jamal Murray crosses the midcourt logo. Murray dribbles up to the right wing, towards his left, turns the corner. Murray floats up the runner. No good, too long. Missed off the back rim. Karl-Anthony Towns out of the pack here with a defensive rebound. Kicks off to the corner by Conley. Conley lob off to Cat. Work it on Jokic. Baseline J. No good off the mark. Rebound secured by Denver. Number 8, Peyton Watson on the floor. Jokic. Defended by Gobert, backs his way inside the key. Jokic, fall away, jumper, got it to go on the 8-footer. An extension of the lead here as the Nuggets lead by 5. 11 points by Jokic. It's only on 3 for 9 shooting unexpectedly. Connolly, baseline dribble, and turned it over. Did he or did he not? No, he actually did not turn it over. So the referees point in the Minnesota direction. It actually got broken up out of bounds off of a Nugget defender. Yeah, Jokic on the last bucket that he made, he was obviously frustrated. He thought he was clearly fouled. He was jogging back, tugging at his jersey, signaling to the official that he was clearly fouled, wondering where that foul call was. We take the timeout right now. 33-28 with 6:37 left to go before half. The Nuggets burn a timeout. Oh, that's awesome there, Jay Ramirez. It's Fan on the stream. Welcome in. Kilo, welcome to the channel. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight. Type it in. Nuggets or T-Wolves. Yeah, this is going to be a battle. Like, one heck of a series we'll be in for. If you guys are doing the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams here. All those links, too, are posted in the description of this video. I got my Twitter link out there in the description of this video. It's at BehindTheArc14. The Discord link is also out there, too, along with the memberships link, which is posted in the chat, as low as $1.99 per month if anybody's interested in becoming a channel member. All channel members get shout outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. So all those links are out there in the description of this video. Also, feel free to check out the channel merchandise site. We got a lot of cool stuff over there on the Behind the Arc Basketball merchandise site, from short sleeve shirts to long sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillows, stickers, sweatshirts, mugs. Check it out. That's on the Behind the Arc Basketball merchandise site over on Teespring. And all those links are in the description of this video. Most of the games I usually do like the 7 o'clock games whenever I'm around most nights. I'm from the East Coast time zone, so I'm actually a Celtics fan. So, I think this coming week it's probably going to be more of the Eastern Conference matchups because these two teams play a little bit later, the 10 o'clock game when I'm usually going to bed around that night, but they're on at 7 o'clock tonight, so that's why I decided to cover these two teams, and that this is the only game on tonight as well. Yeah, he's actually not, so that's not Von Hook. Von has a different name now. It's like a sports stream channel that he comes in with. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I forgot what Von's name was for a moment. I think it's Beyond the Sports is what he changed his name to. So he does live streaming for games now for his channel, and it's called Beyond the Sports. So that is Von Hook's channel that he switched his name over to. So they're actually not the same for the two Vons. So Boulder Von is a different Von, and because we had a long-time subscriber, Von Hook, on the stream, which went by by a different name, but both Bouldervon and Von Hook are not the same person. They're different. Yeah, I remember that Kentucky-Louisville stream from like 5 years ago that I did. We had like 3 different Vons in the chat at once. Von Hook, which has been like a long time mod, which changed his name, I think, like a couple months ago to Beyond the Sports. Boulder Von has been on since that stream. And then there was somebody who had a Von Miller account in the chat during that same stream too. Back to action. My clock's a little bit behind right now. We're down to under 6:20 left to go here in the second. Jumper from 3. Jokic missed around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Towns. Anthony Edwards on the floor with Karl-Anthony Towns, Mike Conley, Jaden McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert. Edwards dribbles up to the free throw circle. Edwards backs his way. Jumper, 14-footer, straight away. He drills it. 3-point game right now. Mikey, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. 18 points out of the 30 coming through Anthony Edwards midway through the second. Reggie Jackson floats up the runner. Couldn't convert off the back rim. Edwards up the floor. He's guarded by KCP. Backs his way to the right elbow. Edwards still backing his way on KCP. Edwards goes up. Edwards got it stripped, tipped up around, and KCP comes up with a basketball. Edwards looking for the foul call. Couldn't get one. Hands up in the air. Off the Jokic. Floats it up over the top. It's a two-handed flush. Throwing it down by Christian Braun. Jokic with an assist. It's a 5-point lead for Denver. 5:20 and under left to go. Skip pass off to McDaniels into the hands to Towns at the left wing. On top off to Conley. Conley dribbles up, floats up the shot. No good. Missed off the mark. Tipped up to Peyton Watson with a defensive rebound for Denver. Watson out of the pack. And Watson gets tripped up and fouled in transition by Conley. So we're down to 4:57 left to go before a half. And the Nuggets here start going on a momentum run. Hey, Scott, welcome in. Yeah, I've actually never covered a Savannah Bananas game before. I've heard that the stuff that they do is absolutely wild. Yeah, they were actually looking for an announcer like a couple of years ago for Savannah Bananas. They got like a actual announcer to do all their games a few years back. Jokic backs his way here inside the key. Jokic guarded by Naz Reid. Turn around inside the key. Missed off the rim twice. Off the mark by Jokic as Gobert came up with a defensive rebound. Rudy Gobert, 2 points, 8 rebounds, though, today in this game. Edwards at the top of the free throw circle. Gives it over to Naz Reid. Naz Reid got it stripped, turned it over. Jokic with a steal. Outlet pass ahead over to Christian Braun. Braun got it blocked by Edwards. The ball pinwheeled off to the perimeter, though, where Reggie Jackson came up with a loose ball. Possession continues here for Denver. Jokic down the lane. Jokic swings it outside, stepping into a wide open 3. KCP couldn't convert. A really good open look right there by KCP as Jokic was able to draw the double team but couldn't connect on it. Edwards, kick out, corner McDaniels, no look pass left wing. Naz Reid hoist up a 3, missed off the rim, no good. Both of these teams struggling to find shots here right now in this game. Lob down low. Jokic catches a Jokic. Oh, what a no-look pass down low, but couldn't finish. Peyton Watson got rejected by Gobert at the rim. This game has been just incredible defense recently. Edwards elevates for the J. He drills the 2. It's a 3-point game, 35-32. If you like defense, this is a series to be right now. 34% shooting by Minnesota. 34% shooting as well by Denver. Anthony Edwards has 20 out of the 32 with 3:25 left to go before halftime. Skip pass, right corner, open 3. Peyton Watson, that's not even close. Airballing the 3 wide of the rim. 12 for the rest of the team points for Minnesota. Edwards with 20. No look pass, left corner 3. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, same scenario, except a little bit better as it skidded off the rim. It wasn't an air ball as he missed it from the corner. Jokic sends it off to the left wing. Both of these teams falling off their wheels here offensively. Jokic guarded at the left elbow by Gobert. Skip pass, right corner, open 3. KCP, money. He drills it. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope buries the triple. 38-32. Finally, somebody can make a 3. Naz Reid, top of the key. Guarded by Peyton Watson. Drives up to the left elbow. Reid, as we get a What's going to happen here? That was very odd. Reed got bulldozed over. Peyton Watson picks up the foul. So Peyton Watson was trying to go in for the tie-up right there, but couldn't get it. He gets called in the reach-in foul as him and Naz Reid both fell down hard on the parquet floor together. We'll take a timeout right now. 38-32, 2:27 left to go before halftime, and this has just been an incredible game. Nobody can score recently. 13-9 in the second quarter for a box score. These two teams can flat out just not score. It's been all defense. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And what a game this has been right now. Yeah, big time playoff D. Oh, that's wild. Yeah, I'll have to see how, like, some of those roles for it. That must be, really, really interesting what they have for the roles. Yeah, Minnesota's a super deep team, too, for them. That's actually right there. So, yeah, Minnesota's the closest team to any Eastern Conference team for them. (38-32), 2:27 left to go. This has just been an insane defensive second quarter. Big response back from the timeout, though, as Minnesota is able to bury a quick three off the inbound. So it's 38-35 as the T-Wolves bury a shot. That is good by Edwards. He is up to 25 now. And Minnesota right back. Able to score once again. Coming back from the timeout. 38-37. Two quick buckets. Edwards up to 25 points as he keeps on delivering. Caldwell Pope. Bounce pass outside. Jokic takes the open three. Came off the rim short. Deflected out of bounds off of Gordon. Minnesota with a possession. So we're down to a minute and a half left to go before halftime. Anthony Edwards with 25. Rest of the team with just 12 right now. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker into the hands to Anthony Towns, Cat, swings it off to Gobert, inside the key, spin move, working on Jokic as a man underneath, finds him too late with McDaniels, fall away, inside the key, missed off the rim, no good, rebound secured by Jokic. Gobert couldn't make that read in time as McDaniels was wide open off a backdoor cutter. Instead of a 2-point make there by Minnesota, resulted in a 2-point make on the opposite side by Jokic for Denver. 3-point lead for the Nuggets down to the final minute left to play before halftime. 13 points by Jokic now. Edwards at the top of the key, guarded by Gordon 1-on-1. The screen gets set by Gobert. He rolls down, bounce pass off the roll down by Gobert. Out to the top to the three. Straight away, it's good. Top of the key by Karl-Anthony Towns. 40-40. Final 40 seconds left to go to close out the half. Jokic picks up the basketball. Jokic sends it off to Murray. Murray's been stone cold to begin this game. Jamal Murray, nothing so far in 14 minutes, 0 for 5 shooting. Off to Jokic, lobs it up over the top. Aaron Gordon able to soar up and put it through. It is good for 2. Wasn't the prettiest alley-oop jam, but able to find his way into the bucket there for Denver to take a 2-point lead. Alexander Walker dribbles towards his right, top of the key, takes the 3. Airballs it. It goes out of bounds. It gets sent on an air ball. Missing the mark by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah, they're taking a look at the replay with a Cat there on that 3 straight away to tie up the game at 40. 12 seconds left to go. Denver with possession. Jamal Murray, he's been scoreless this entire first half. Murray dribbles up, bounce pass. Jokic puts up the shot. Jokic got it to go. It's good for 2. Nikola Jokic with 1.7 before the buzzer. 4-point lead. Cat with a shot right before half court. No good. Bricked it off the glass. And we close out at the end of the first half. A defensive battle here. It's 44-40. Denver leads by 4. First half complete in a wild game between these two teams. If you're just joining us, Denver was trailing by 14 points. At one point, it was 18-4. They had just 4 points in the first 7 minutes in this game for Denver. And now they're up by 4 going into half. Both of these teams trying to dictate tempo against one another. Slowing down tempo, grinding out, making defensive stop after defensive stop. And Nuggets are up by 4 with no points from Jamal Murray. Just insane. Jamal Murray is a minus 13 on the floor in the first half, and his team's winning by 4. No points. 15 minutes, 0 for 5 shooting, 0 for 2 from 3. And guess what? He's going to show up for the second half. This guy's been the most clutch playoff guy that's been out there for Jamal Murray. Consistently just clutch second half player for him. 25 by Anthony Edwards in the first half. He is a one-man show. Minnesota has got just 15 from everybody else. Field goals by any other player not by a named Edwards. Is that they're 10 for 17. They've only made six field goals without Edwards. So a player not by the name of Edwards is 6 for 27 from the floor. 22% shooting by players not named Anthony Edwards. 6 for 27 from the rest of the supporting cast with 15 points. While Anthony Edwards is 10 for 17 with 25 points. Just a one-man show for Minnesota. While Denver, been basically 2 guys. Nikola Jokic, 15 after a slow start for him. Michael Porter Jr. It's been the other one. It's been key. 13 by Michael Porter Jr. in the first half. Wow, this game went by fast. We're only an hour into this game, and we're right now at halftime. So if you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And what a battle to begin this game. Wow, me looking like Michael Porter Jr., I don't know, but never compare myself to that. Huh. Never thought of myself that way. Thought I looked more like, probably like Alex Caruso. Yeah, just really good defensive basketball we got right now. Oh, yeah, actually, with my hair, yeah, looks like it. Yeah, I haven't seen Alex Rodriguez in any of the clips that's been shown. So I don't know if he's there. My hair grows pretty long, so it's kind of like medium. Right now, if I grow it out for like another month, I probably look like Jaime if I keep on growing it out. It was Mystic Dan who won the Kentucky Derby. I'll see if there's like a website that brings up the results. Here we go, the full finishing order. So Mystic Dan finished first. Sierra Leone was second. Forever Young third. Catching Freedom fourth. And T.O. Password fifth. So that's the top five. Yeah, I hope that this series goes 7. This one's definitely looking like it's going to head to under 100. Gonna be about who steps up here in the second half in this game. And we know Jamal Murray's gonna do so, but who's gonna be able to help out for the T-Wolves? That's the question. 25 by Edwards. He's taken over the game. Needs a bunch of help, though. 9 points by Cat. Just 2 by Gobert. Nothing by Conley. Nothing by McDaniels. 2 off the bench by Anderson. 2 off the bench by Alexander Walker. Nothing by Naz Reid so far. That was a fast first half. Because we were done like within an hour since the start of the game. If you'd like to come on back for tomorrow, feel free to do so. I plan on being back covering the Magic against the Cavs tomorrow afternoon at 1. So if you'd like to come on back for that, feel free to do so. Wow. So I'm looking at this over on Twitter. Oklahoma City for their second round series against Dallas. They get some important information about that series there to ticket owners. Is that tickets available for the Oklahoma City Thunder? The tickets will be restricted only for residents of Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. So the Oklahoma City Thunder are restricting tickets to only the following states for fans from these states to be at their games: Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. Residency will be based on credit card and billing address. Orders by residents outside of this area will be canceled without notice, and refunds will be given. The restriction does not apply to resale tickets. So that's an update right there that Oklahoma City is not allowing residents outside of those listed states to purchase tickets. So the fans for the Thunder that can only see the games have been restricted to fans from Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Because you might have fans that moved like a few years ago to like halfway across the country, but maybe they're on vacation or so out during that time and they want to see a game, or when they're out on vacation and they're an OKC Thunder fan, but they're from like another U.S. state or so. For example, I'll just say like I'll just go in New Hampshire and recently maybe say that they used to be in Oklahoma, moved to New Hampshire. Yeah, my dad actually went to Oklahoma for horseshoeing school. So I'm from Massachusetts. Um, so my whole family was born and raised in Mass. We're not too far away from the Rhode Island border. But my dad, when he was 18 or 19 years old, he got his blacksmith certificate over at a horseshoeing school in Oklahoma outside of Norman. So I mean, what about the people that have like Oklahoma City roots or so that moved all the way like half like across the country on like an opposite side of the coast? Like I think that's taking it way too far right there. As I know just the whole invasion of the Knicks fans at the Wells Fargo Center, but like still there should be priority for season ticket owners or the season ticket owners at first to have that first come, and then after that just open it up to everybody else. Like a lot of the teams, you can't even do that because you be banning like bordering states from you. Like you can't do that if you're the Sixers banning fans from New York to come in because Pennsylvania borders New York. And then you got fans in New Jersey too. Plus, it's basically split up and between New Jersey on who they root for. Like northern New Jersey, anything near the New York City area is, of course, going to be Knicks fans most likely. Whereas, like, you got southern New Jersey and the border of Delaware, which is not too far away from Philly, then you're going to have Philadelphia fans there. So you can't do anything about that. That's where it all started, was last week with the whole Knicks fan invasion at Philadelphia. And then just saw that on Twitter how the Thunder are restricting fans only to a couple of bordering states to their arena. Yeah, so I'm from Mass, where I'm from. Albert, welcome in. I agree right there. The games used to be on local TV, like not pay per subscription like it used to be on antenna TV, where you didn't need to pay for like a cable service. A lot of these teams go through Bally Sports, and they've been having a lot of issues with like TV contracts and stuff like that. Local games for the Celtics are going through NBC Sports Boston, which I needed to get a YouTube TV subscription for because it wasn't covered through Sling. It's not a local TV channel. Because some of the teams, I think they have it on their, maybe like their local news network. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's more like college that they do that for certain college teams. But a lot of them go through cable and they go through Bally for their games. Yeah, I remember watching the Red Sox games on Channel 4 or Channel 38 in Boston. Used to watch the Red Sox games on Antenna TV every single game throughout the season before they switched over to NESN. And then yeah, I think it was primarily Red Sox. It was, yeah. But now some of these games you can only get, like the NFL, with just Amazon Prime. That's it. So you have to buy another subscription service for Thursday Night Football just for one Amazon Prime game on a Thursday night, which is crazy. And then it's going to get interesting to see what happens with all these new like TV contracts too, because they're going to have, I think Amazon Prime is supposed to be like a front runner for potentially trying to get the NBA, which could take away the contract from Turner. And yeah, I heard about NBC. So NBC also has came into the picture last week. So NBC, Amazon Prime, those are two of the big name networks that's looking to come to terms with the NBA for the new contract for TV rights. And this might break up the inside the NBA crew because they might not be doing games on Turner anymore for like TNT. So this is obviously going to be some big news once they hit that new TV contract. I think it goes into effect the 2025-2026 season. Here we go. Start to the third quarter as we begin. Left to right on the floor, Minnesota down by 4 with the opening possession to begin the third quarter. Left wing perimeter jumper. It's good by Karl-Anthony Towns to begin the third quarter. That's what they need, is some more help. Anthony Edwards, 25 points. Everybody else at single digits going into halftime. Cat, though, finally up to double digits as he gets 12. Denver, Jokic floats it up over the top for Aaron Gordon, and he shuts down the door with a two-hand alley-oop jam. Massive possession begin the third for Denver. Jokic with an alley-oop lob. Conley, bounce pass got broken up. Jokic collects the steal. Jokic, outlet pass ahead off to Gordon. Shovels out to the left wing. Catch and fire three. Michael Porter Jr. delivers. Trifecta from the perimeter by MPJ. First minute through the third, and we get a good one here. Minnesota down by 6. Largest deficit of this game. Conley outside to Towns. Out fake. Towns. Left baseline dribble. Floats up the runner. Good to go. Good for 2. Yeah, it's crazy that they put one game on the network for your team, and then you have to cancel it right away. Luckily, I'm a Patriots fan, so the local network, whenever it's on Amazon Prime, it's Jamal Murray is yet to score until that step back three is good by Jamal Murray. Whenever a Patriots game is on Amazon Prime, the local TV network picks it up. I believe it was Boston 25 for the Amazon Prime game, or Channel 5 ABC Boston. One of those picked it up. Floater inside is good right back for Cats. Cats really pick it up in the scoring here in this third quarter. First 2 minutes of action in the third. Left quarter, Gordon shovels down low. Jokic. Oh, it's too easy. Nikola Jokic underneath the hoop. Nobody clamped to him. And he lays it up and in for the easy two. Conley, dribble drive attack at the rim. Conley gutted to go with a right hand finish. 54-49. Yeah, I don't know what Karl-Anthony Towns was doing defensively, but he was the one who was supposed to stay attached to a Jokic, and he was not attached. That was a foul as well by Porter Jr. So this will be a free throw here by Mike Conley at the line. One shot by Conley, and it's good. $54-50. 9.5 left to play in the third. Top of the key now for Gordon. Gordon, handoff to Murray. Murray turns the corner, and the pass pinned off of Gobert out of bounds. It will stay Nuggets basketball. Inbound for Jokic. Handoff here to the right wing. Off to Jokic. Shovels downhill. Huge rejection by Minnesota as they have it on an outlet pass. And Towns soars up. Throws it down with a right-handed duck and one. Anthony Edwards. Holy smokes with that block. Let's take a look at this replay. Edwards shot the ball backwards off Porter Jr. trying to lay it up and in. And then they went up the floor in transition. Towns attacked the rack over Murray and got fouled. Karl-Anthony Towns exploding for 9 points right now to begin this third quarter. He's got 18 total. Jamal Murray. Murray's got 2 fouls. So him and it was KCP. They actually charged KCP with it. He was next to Murray in the process. Cats missed the free throw though. 9 minutes left to go in the third. Jokic at the top of the key, guarded by Cat. Dribbles up. Cat's trying to guard him from the side. Jokic, hook shot, no good. And the second chance off the rebound as Gordon missed, but Gordon was fouled. So 2 free throws here at the line. First free throw is good at the line for Aaron Gordon. Oh, wow, this is awesome, Boulder Vaughn. Second shot here by Gordon. It's up, no good. Skipped around the rim and out as Cat collects the defensive rebounds. Conley takes up the floor, handoff to the top of the key. McDaniels back into the hands here to Gobert. Dribbles towards his right. Rudy Gobert at the right wing. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards, 8 on the shot clock. Edwards at the right corner. Fires the pass inside the key. Handoff. Gobert off the Towns with a off-balance right-handed shot, but he got it. Up and in off the glass there. 1 point game. 8.5 left to go in this third, albeit offensive foul committed by Denver. And that is going to be on the floor, picked up, charged to Jokic, trying to set the screen. Jokic, he actually lowered a shoulder before Murray came along on the screen trying to receive the handoff. So that was on Jokic pushing off. Conley looking to take the lead here for Minnesota. Mike Conley, Ball Arena logo, slides it off to his right. Towns drives on Gordon. Towns underneath, got it stripped. Looking for the foul call, couldn't get it, turn it over. Murray up the floor. Murray, dish, left corner, open three, Caldwell Pope. Oh, he hits it. KCP, bang, bang money from downtown. It's a Denver 4-point lead. 58-54. That's one of the very few open looks that anybody has got in this game from three. Edwards has it top of the key. Edwards been going off in this game. At the right wing, draws a double team. Bounce pass over to Conley. 6 in the shot clock. Mike Conley at the top. Wide open three straight away. Oh, he hits it. Right back, it's good from downtown. Straight away by Mike Conley. 58-57. 25 by Edwards, 20 by Towns. Conley is up to 6 there with a made shot. It's been a huge game. Both of these teams just playing their hearts out right now. What exactly I expected. Jokic at the right baseline, inside the key, dish out to the left corner, but he gets bumped into and fouled. And that has charged the cat there on the foul, bumping Jokic. Karl-Anthony Towns picks up his 3rd personal foul. So 3 fouls each between Towns and Kyle Anderson right now in this game for Minnesota. Denver foul trouble. 3 personal fouls by Jamal Murray. Everybody else in the game has 2, 1, or 0. Miss jumper by Denver around the free throw circle as it was off the mark. Goes back to Minnesota. Step back 3 in the air. No good. Missed off the mark from the front rim on a 3-point shot by Edwards. Denver with possession. 6:45 left to play in the 3rd. Nuggets with the ball. Murray dribbles up, accelerates to the cup. Jamal Murray goes backwards, and he scores the layup. How did he do that? Eyes behind the back of his head. 60-57. Edwards pushes it off to the right corner. Conley. Looks like Boulder Vaughn's a little bit behind on this stream right now. We went over to Oklahoma stuff around a half an hour ago at halftime, and with a whistle here and a foul picked up, charged on the reach-in, up in transition, charged to McDaniel. So we take a timeout right now. 6:19 left to go in the 3rd quarter here, as we'll take a timeout on the floor. Yeah, biggest key when you're watching my live streams, you might want to make sure that the button is put to live in case it's lagging around like 20 minutes behind or so. That's the big key right there, because it might say like not have the whole red loading thing there, and you might be stuck at a score that's very well behind right now. I like the Celtics to win the finals, but I am a Celtics fan, though, so it's coming from quite a bit of recency bias there. But I think he's like a half an hour behind on the chat. So, yeah, during halftime, I talked about how Oklahoma City is only allowing fans from, I think it's like Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, those particular states, to play or to have their fans sign up for tickets for the 2nd round matchup. Yeah, so Oklahoma City is not messing right here with the Mavs viewership area for the main fan base for the Dallas Mavericks. So tickets for Oklahoma City's arena will only be restricted to residents of Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Nebraska for the OKC Thunder tickets for the series against Dallas. It's insane. Yeah, I hope so. I just They got to get Porzingis back and healthy for the finals. They're not getting challenged. That's the only thing. And the West is just so much deeper in terms of like teams that can challenge the Celtics. I don't think it's going to be a cruise to the finals, though. I think the Knicks are going to give them a run for its money. That New York team is physical, and the Celtics are really going to have to tap into their mental toughness and find it in the Eastern Conference Finals if they play New York. Because New York's just super well coached. They got defensive guys all over the place, and those guys are really good at the fundamentals for them. And they're going to come up with a great game plan. Everything's all like series based and stuff, coming up about a game plan. And they got a lot of high IQ guys. They got Villanova championship players in that team for New York. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park in that game for the Celtics, especially when they took on New York late in the season, and New York really took it to them late in the season. So this is a 3-point game right now. 6:19 left to go in the third. Karl-Anthony Towns is going underneath the tunnel right now. I don't see that there was an injury or anything, but he was just taken underneath the tunnel as we're about to start off this stretch to the third quarter. It wasn't at the beginning of the timeout. It was at the end of the timeout that he got taken underneath to the tunnel. So I'm going to see if there's any updates there with Cat right now, as he is heading to the locker room 15 seconds ago. Started to head to the locker room as we get back to action. He headed to the locker room at the end of the timeout, not the beginning of the timeout, at the end of the timeout. Jokic off the pivot, floats up the shot, off the rim, no good, and he got fouled. So yeah, hopefully for him, it must be bathroom time or something for Cat, because that's the only thing I can imagine. Must be a bathroom break for him or something right now. Jokic will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one is good. 61-57. So, bathroom break, belly ache, I don't know, for Cat there. Low blood sugar, have to get a snack, I'm not sure. Midway through the third. Hopefully for Minnesota, he'll be back out there very, very soon within the next couple of minutes. Conley spots up, takes the 3, and he makes it. 2-point game right now, 62-60. Finally, other guys are starting to step up for the T-Wolves. Mike Conley up to 9 points now, all in the second half. Murray, yet to get anything tonight for Jamal Murray. Barely got points on the board. This ball gets stolen away by Minnesota. They take it as the pass goes right to the trailer, and Naz Reid throws it down with a right-hand slam. 62 even. 2 points off turnovers. Murray up the floor. Jamal Murray, 15 on the shot clock. Yet to be a focal point of the offense so far tonight. Murray rises for the jumper, connects on it. That's now just his 7th point of the game by Jamal Murray. 64-62. 7 all in the second half by Murray. He went into halftime with nothing. Edwards has it at the top. Screen gets set by Gobert. Edwards drives kickoff to the corner to Reed. At the top of the key, Mike Conley. Mike Conley explodes downhill to the rim. He scores with a left-hand layup. Mike Conley doing an excellent job finding the gaps of the Denver defense right now. 11 points by Conley all in the third quarter. Both of these teams got guys finally able to step up. More so Minnesota in this third quarter here with Mike Conley. Murray, step back jumper, no good, missed the 2 off the back rim. Conley comes in clutch right there for the defensive rebound. Down the far side of the floor, the ball was poked loose and went out of bounds. Last touch by Denver. 4:21 left to go as Minnesota will get the inbound coming up. We got substitutions here in this game. And Minnesota, it's going to be on Minnesota. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. So Minnesota will take a timeout right now. 4:21 left to go in the third. So they burned a timeout. We're even, 64-64. This game has flown right by tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell to be notified for future live streams on the channel. "25 points by Anthony Edwards. He had all those 25 points in the first half. Yet to score in the third quarter. 20 by Cat, 11 by Conley. All in the third for Mike Conley. Denver, 19 by Jokic, 16 by Michael Porter Jr., 7 by Jamal Murray. That is it tonight for Murray. He's a minus 17. Aaron Gordon's a minus 18 on his plus-minus tonight. They've got two major pluses from the bench in this game. A plus 18 by Justin Holiday, a plus 18 by Reggie Jackson for those two guys in 9 minutes. Mike Conley is a major plus tonight. He's a plus 15 from Minnesota. They got some major minuses off the bench. Minus 16 by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Minus 14 by Naz Reid. Minus 11 by Kyle Anderson. Yeah, this has been a really good game. If you guys would like to come on board tomorrow, feel free to do so. I plan on being back covering the Magic against the Cavs, Game 7 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you'd like to come on back tomorrow, feel free to do so. Yeah, Cat briefly went underneath the tunnel. Did not appear that there was anything injury related to him or anything. I would imagine it was that he had to go and do a dookie in the restroom area for Cat out there to lay down a dookie. Naz Reid is out there on the floor right now. So 4:21 left to go in the third. As we're about to get back to action. Going to see if Cat is back in, and he's not right now. So it's Rudy Gobert, Kyle Anderson, Naz Reid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards. That's the five who's on the floor for Minnesota. Minnesota called in a turnover right now. So this will go back to Denver with a possession. Nuggets with their five on the floor. Reggie Jackson, who's been a major plus tonight for Denver. Nikola Jokic, Justin Holiday, another major plus in 5 minutes off the bench tonight. Michael Porter Jr. and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Jokic outside, top of the key. Here's a three. Splash. It's good. That is Justin Holiday who lets it rain for the three. Perfect 4 for 4 from 3 right now for the Nuggets in the third quarter. Edwards with 25, backing his way, bouncing bodies, brings along a double team, swings it out to the wing, Nickeil. On top off to Edwards. Edwards, 5 of the shot clock. Edwards dribbles up, backs his way, turn around, inside the key, came off the rim short. Offensive rebound, bounce pass underneath Anderson. Anderson gets fouled. So it's going to be on the loose ball, charge to Reggie Jackson off the rebounds. 3:24 left to go. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. This has been one incredible game tonight. Minnesota in the first half shot 16 for 44 from the floor. In the third quarter, they are 10 for 11, yet they're still trailing by 3 at this point right now. The T-Wolves get the inbound. Anderson dribbles towards his right. At the right elbow, hand off to Edwards. Edwards, jumper, free throw circle, got it. Anthony Edwards brings his team win in one. 67-66. 3 minutes now left to go in the third. He's got 25 on the board for Edwards. Jackson slides it off to his right to Jokic. Jokic guarded by Naz Reid at the low right block. Jokic outside. It goes to Jackson. Bounce past Jokic. Poke loose. Turns it over. Jokic not happy about the call. Looking at the officials. They got numbers in transition. Naz Reid up the floor. Naz Reid absorbs Caldwell Pope, who reaches in transition. So still yet to be in the bonus for Minnesota. Minnesota will get the inbound coming up. Inbound to Edwards. Edwards, top of the free throw circle, one-on-one. Edwards dribbles up, backs his way, jumper, 15-footer straight away. He sinks it. Anthony Edwards, it is good for two over KCP. 68-67 for the T-Wolves. 29 by Edwards right now. Top of the key, Jokic. Bounce pass. Inside Jackson. Flings it out left corner. Open three in the air. No good. Missed off the mark by Justin Holiday at the left corner. Rebound controlled here by Minnesota. Edwards at the left corner. Here's a three in the air. They got it. Nickeil Alexander-Walker buries the triple. 71-67. Cody, welcome in, man. This is a random tip time they had. They put it at a 7 o'clock Eastern tip time for this game for two Western Conference teams. A game in Denver that they put for a 7 o'clock p.m. tip time. I thought it would have been like 8 or 8:30, honestly. I'm shocked that they put it on tonight at 7. And I looked at the TNT listings, and they got reruns of a TV show that's on from 10:30 to 11:30 tonight after this game. It's not even like they got another like live event going on. They got reruns of some other TV show that's after this. Michael Porter Jr. got fouled. He's at the free throw line shooting 2, and the first one he missed. 2 minutes left to play in the third. This game's going by fast. If you're just joining in, this game tipped off slightly past 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we got just 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Second free throw is good. And the score is not like many points. This has been a defensive game all game long. Both of these teams have slowed down the tempo, created stops against one another. 71-68. Minute 50 left to go in the third. Edwards backs his way. Edwards passes out to the left corner. In the hand here to number 23. As here's a three at the left corner. Missed off the mark. No good by Edwards. Number 23. First time on the floor tonight for Minnesota. That is Monte Morris, former Nugget, on the floor right now. Missed from point-blank range. Christian Brown should have had an easy 2. Instead of being a 1-point game, it's still a 3-point game. Edwards receives the pass from Morris. Left baseline dribble, Edwards. Edwards, minute 20 left to go. Backs his way on Jackson. Edwards around the corner. Edwards to the rim. He scores. Right back over Reggie Jackson for the bucket. 73-68. Oh, do we have a T on Edwards? I think we got a T here on Edwards. As he had some words after the play was over. He finished passing Reggie Jackson and he stared down Jackson. That's soft by the officials. I don't think Edwards was staring down Jackson like that. Jackson was kind of gassed after the play for Jackson. He had his hands on his knees. Edwards didn't even say anything. And he got called a technical. That's a soft technical by the refs. The free throw is good off the tech. 73-69. Under a minute 10 left to go in the third. Denver with possession as they just made a technical free throw. Jokic backs his way inside a key. Works on Naz Reid. Jokic pivots over Naz Reid with a right hand. He scores up and in. It is good for 2 by the Joker. 73-71. Final minute left to go in the third. Jokic with 22 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists tonight. Kyle Anderson at the free throw circle. Anderson swings it outside, wide open 3, no good. Monte Morris bricked it off the front iron. There was not a defender within 15 feet away from him. Rebound by Denver. Lob pass goes to Jokic at the mid-block. He's guarded by Anderson. Swings it outside. Porter Jr. off balance 3. No good as he bricked it off the back heel. Rebound secured by Edwards. 2-second differential. Shot clock and game clock to close out the end of the third quarter. Edwards, edge of the midcourt logo. 15 seconds left to go. 13 on the shot clock. Edwards, top of the key. Guarded one-on-one by Michael Porter Jr. Edwards, bounce pass, got kicked out of bounds by MPJ. Clock will stop with 8 seconds. Eight seconds left to go. Minnesota up by 2. Here comes Cat back into the game after taking a dookie at one point in this third quarter. Left to go to the locker room, hit the restrooms, and he was hitting the potty pretty hard there for Cat, but he is back on the floor right now. Looks like there's nothing injury related with him. Inbound goes to Edwards. 7 seconds left to go. Edwards, top of the key, guarded by Christian Brown, drives up to the elbow. Edwards, jumper contested, off the glass, no good. Full court shot by Jackson, sails it wide right, and we close out at the end of the third quarter. 73-71 Minnesota. Game 1, Western Conference second rounds. Potentially, whoever wins this series has the likelihood of representing the Western Conference in the NBA Finals. We've got a battle here all throughout the course of the night. This could very well come down to a 7-game series. 73-71, the Road Warriors, the Minnesota Timberwolves, lead by 2 at the end of the third. And this is going to be a fantastic series. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel. We got 300 plus watching, everybody. Hit us up in the chats. Who you like to win this one tonight here, T-Wolves or Nuggets? 31 points by Anthony Edwards, the top scorer of the game. 20 by Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. 11 points, 8 assists by Mike Conley. He scored all 11 points in the third quarter. 22 by Nikola Jokic with 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Just 1 for 5, though, from 3 and 7 for 17 from the floor. Michael Porter Jr. with 17. If Denver loses this game, you can look back to Jamal Murray. Fourth quarter clutch. Really struggling tonight for Murray. Just 7 points in this entire game. He had nothing at halftime for him. I said at halftime, whoever starts to help out their team in the second half is going to determine the game. And Kat and Conley really performed well in that third quarter when they were out there on the floor. And for Denver, just been 2 guys tonight that showed up. Jokic with 22, 17 by Porter Jr. Jamal Murray needs to show up if they want to have a chance of winning this one. Defensive grind of a battle. 44% by Denver, 47% by Minnesota. Minnesota's plus 7 in shot attempts in this game. They've attempted 63 shot attempts. Denver's only attempted 56. Minnesota 5-2 offensive glass. 32-28 in the rebound column. Should get those foul trouble numbers too, because that could be critical down the stretch in this one tonight. 3 personal fouls by Jamal Murray. Everybody else with 2-1 or 0. 4 personal fouls by Kyle Anderson for Minnesota. 3 each between Gobert and Towns right now. Chris Finch coaching from one of the courtside seats tonight for him. He injured his leg in the final 5 minutes against Phoenix in the last game of the series for him. Underwent surgery on Tuesday for Chris Finch. Going up against Michael Malone for the reigning champions, the Denver Nuggets, on their home floor. Denver, record of 33-8 at home this season in the regular season. 3-point shot came up short to begin the fourth quarter by Michael Porter Jr. Right now, disappointment for them, though, trailing by 2 in this game. It was really disappointing to begin. They were down by 14 early on, but they got themselves back into the game, started them out a massive run in the late stretch of the first quarter. They just had 4 total points in the first 7 minutes to begin this game. Inside the key, Cats, no good off the mark. Good defense there by Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray crosses the midcourt logo. He's the one that's got to go. He's only got 7 so far tonight. Christian Brown into the hands to Jamal Murray. Murray attacks inside. The paint goes up, and he gets fouled by Cats. And Cats took what appeared an elbow to the face area. Not called by the referees as they rolled it. Oh, yeah. Jamal Murray getting away with an elbow. Wow. So Murray's going to shoot 2 free throws. He got away with a left elbow straight to the face of Cats. The referees missed it completely. First free throw is good by Murray. That's a major, major play of this game. If Minnesota loses this game, it's going to come back to that play right there. That should have been offensive by Jamal Murray. And this changes the entire game. If you call that an offensive foul, that's his 4th foul for Jamal Murray. That's huge right there. Free throw number 2 is good. 73-73. That's a major call in this game that takes away from the T-Wolves. So that's 2 points on the board for Denver. 9 points now from Murray throughout tonight's action. Nikhil sends it on top over to Conley. Conley, crossover, working on Michael Porter Jr. Bounce pass off to Naz Reid. Reid backs his way to the mid-block. Reid off the pivot, and he scores. Up and it off the backboard. 6th man of the year, catching it through for 2. Jimmy, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Up the floor in Murray. Mr. Clutch in the 4th quarter, looking to see if he can do it again. He did it twice against the Lakers. This ain't the Lakers, though. Murray bobbled it, got it back, deflected. Far side of the floor, Conley, as he deflected it out of bounds towards the scorer's table. Marcos, welcome in, man. Yeah, that's just a brutal call. A terrible, terrible call by the refs. And that's right, they had a technical free throw too. So that's 3 points that Denver's got at the free throw line through just bad calls by the referees. Missed floater by Murray. Murray having a way off game tonight. Conley now into the hands of Towns off the jab step. Towns, top of the key. Slides it off to Mike Conley. Guarded by Murray. Lob goes over to Towns. 8 in the shot clock. Towns dishes it out to the right corner. McDaniels weaves his way inside. Blocked from behind by Porter Jr. Loose ball as it is the Nuggets who come down with it up the floor with Peyton Watson. Gordon at the left corner, guarded by Conley. Outside it goes to Watson. Watson lobs it off to Gordon. Gordon inside the key. Gordon as the T-Wolves here pick up a foul inside the key, charge to Conley. So I don't think that was on the shot there. No, it wasn't. So this is going to be an inbound coming up for Denver. 9:49 left to go. Inbound for the Nuggets. Loose ball inside the key. Murray picks it up. Murray, as he goes, cycles around, and he floats it up over Alexander Walker for the buckets. 75 even. Minnesota with possession. Handoff. Conley on top over to Naz Reid. Reid at the right elbow. Reid drives inside the pay over. Murray got it to go. Good for 2. And the referees give him a no call right there. Right back a couple previous possessions ago, Jamal Murray got away with an elbow. And Naz Reid able to get away with one, working on Jamal Murray, starting to offset here. And this one, lob down low. Aaron Gordon got it to go inside and got the bucket and one. 77 even. He'll have a free throw coming up. Let's see. Towns from behind. Picks up the foul. So Karl-Anthony Towns comes in late to close out to Gordon as Conley tried to come rushing in for defensive help too. And Towns got Gordon from behind. Hey, what's good? Jeffrey on the stream. Welcome in, man. Free throw missed. No good off the mark there by Gordon. We are tied. 77 even. Mike Conley crosses the midcourt logo. Into the hands to Edwards. Edwards Has it here at the top of the key. He's picked up, guarded by Peyton Watson. Got him on a mismatch right here. Edwards, one-on-one, drives inside the key. Dishes out to the top of the key. It's actually Justin Holiday, number 9, not Watson, number 8, who's on the floor right now. Corner 3. It is sunk down by Mike Conley. 80-77. T-Wolves with a 3-point lead. 8:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Murray is on the floor with Gordon Porter Jr., number 9, Justin Holiday, Christian Brown, the 5th player on the floor. Swoosh! Jamal Murray buries the triple. And he also fell down, got fouled. This is going to be a 4-point play if he makes the free throw. Working on Cat at the left wing. Step back 3 over Cat. Drains it. And 1 by Jamal Murray. The most clutch player in the fourth quarter. Jamal Murray. Usually, a lot of players crawl into their shell and hide come playoff time. But Jamal Murray is the opposite. This dude becomes Mr. Playoff Clutch and comes alive in the second half. Free throw is good. Specifically the fourth quarter. 81-80. 4-point play complete by Jamal Murray. I was born in 1995. Left wing with Conley. Sends it on top to Naz Reid. Reid working on Gordon. Dribbles up. Drives inside the key. Reid. Hook shot over. Gordon missed off the mark. Jokic is back in the game and collects the defensive rebound. Murray at the right wing. Guarded by Conley here at the right elbow. 8 minutes left to go as we approach the mark. Jamal Murray. Fall away. Takes the shot. Tough 2. No good. Came off the rim short. Rebound secured by Naz Reid. Minnesota trailing by 1. Edwards slows it down. Edwards looking for more. He is hungry. Anthony Edwards, edge of the midcourt logo. Screen set by Gobert. Edwards gets around Christian Brown. Edwards attacks, drives to the rim. He scores. Up and off the backboard. He's got 33 points by Anthony Edwards. 82-81. What a game here, folks. And we're going to have... what happened here with Denver? They have a miscue on the inbounds? Yeah, they did. Jokic. Oh, that's a big U. Jokic traveled in the backcourt on the inbound. It goes back to Minnesota. That's a huge wasted possession by Denver. Edwards. Pass got deflected back into the hands to Edwards. Dribbles towards his right around the perimeter. Edwards with 33. Hungry for more. Crossover. Edwards, jumper deep 2. Oh, he hits it. Bang, bang. Anthony Edwards drills it for the deep 2J. 35 by Edwards. 3-point lead for Minnesota. 7:10 left to go. Murray towards his right. Dribbles up inside the key. Murray, guarded by McDaniel, sends it out to the top to the Joker. 7 minutes left to go. Jokic, step back jumper, no good. Missed the 3. Murray's out of bounds with it. It's going in the Minnesota direction. If Denver loses this game, look no further to a travel violation in the backcourt by Jokic. I was in kindergarten that day. I think I went during the morning, so once I got home, I saw it on TV. 84-81 as we take the timeout with 6:56 left to go in the fourth. That's a huge mistake by Denver. Conference semifinals playoff game, and they get called in the travel by the MVP of the league in the backcourts. That's a major mistake by Denver right now. This is going to be a major loss for the Nuggets if they can't get this one, because this is a home game for Denver. You're supposed to start off on the right foot for the Nuggets. Things are going to get tougher and tougher when you go on the road against Minnesota, especially with Minnesota's depth. Once we get through this series, more games as we keep on progressing, because Jokic and Murray just can't do it themselves. And we're seeing tonight that Jamal Murray hasn't been able to do it himself. He's been a seesaw here in this game. Did nothing in the first half. and he's trying to make up for it by getting everything right now for Jamal Murray. 22 by Jokic, 17 by Michael Porter Jr., 15 by Murray. It's not looking like enough firepower at this moment for Denver. 35 by Anthony Edwards, 20 by Cat, 14 by Conley at the moment. Anthony Edwards, just so good. Looking like the new face of the league to come in the future for sure. Like, taking a big jump up this year. That's on 15 for 26 shooting tonight. Like, he is just so hungry. Like, you keep on feeding him the basketball, and he keeps on converting with it. If you guys are doing a stream, we got 400 plus watching right now. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell too if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Yup. Marcus exactly puts it out. Got to bring your A game to win this one. And Denver's by far not played their A game tonight. Just some mental mistakes by the Nuggets for them. They came out flat. They got out to a terrible start, and they played catch up. They did catch up, but you can only wonder if playing catch up that early by them burnt them out for the long run late in this game. As we're down to almost the home stretch in this one. 6:56 left to go. Once we hit the final 5 minutes, then it's going to be right down to the wire. Whoever's able to come out, have the deeper unit, and be able to have fresh legs for the final 5 minutes is going to take this game. With players stepping up, whoever will be able to step up. Come back to action. Nickeil Alexander-Walker with his three. It was halfway down, spun around the rim and out. Denver comes up with a rebound. 6:35 left to go. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is on the floor with Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, and Aaron Gordon. Murray skip pass, left corner for the tie. It's good. Christian Brown buries the three. Unlikely bench points right there for Denver's. We are tied at 84. That's their 11th three of the game. 11 for 25 from three. Minnesota's 9 for 24. Both of these teams shooting the ball well. 44% by Denver from three. Minnesota's 38% from three. Not so much from two because it's just been a grind with a defensive game between these two teams defending the interior well. Naz Reid lines up a three. Oh, he cashes it in. Open up the bank right there as he banks home a three for Naz Reid. 87-84. Outside, KCP steps into a three. Bricked off the back rim, no good. Huge rebound defensively by Anthony Edwards. Edwards transition, Jay Edwards. Off the rim, no good. Shoved in with a right hand throw down by Naz Reid. Flying in for the putback dunk. 89-84 Minnesota. Jokic lobs it over the top, deflected by Gobert. Got it back underneath though is Gordon. Outside of KCP. KCP baseline dribble finds Jokic underneath and he puts it in. And it's good for two. 89-86. We're down to 5:10 left to go. Joanne, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. What a game here, folks. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win this one here? Minnesota or Denver? Type it in. T-Wolves or Nuggets? Edwards, kick to the quarter. Baseline dribble, Naz Reid. Naz Reid goes up and he gets it. And one at the free throw line. Naz Reid scores the bucket. He is starting to take over this game. Drilled the three as he banked it, and he got fouled from behind by Aaron Gordon. Foul trouble looks like this. Cat's got 5 for Minnesota. 3 by Conley. 4 by Anderson off the bench. Aaron Gordon just picked up his third. Jamal Murray's got 3. The free throw at the line by Naz Reid. It was no good. 91-86. 4:45 left to go in the fourth. Jokic, handoff Murray. Runner inside the key. It's good. 91-88. What a battle. 17 by Murray in the second half, but Edwards doubling that, more so than 35 points by Edwards, locking down Murray in this matchup tonight. We look back to this game. If Denver loses, it's going to be because of that travel in the backcourt. That was the most wasted possession of the season by far for the Nuggets. 91-88, as we will have a timeout here. That will be a T-Wolves timeout. Minnesota, I believe they're going to have 4 timeouts left in this game for them. Denver's down to just 2 right now. So still quite a bit of timeouts remaining in the bag for these two teams. 4:32 left to go. I mean, this is Denver's game to lose tonight. This is a home game right now for the Nuggets. You would think they would come out, be able to pick up a win in this game tonight for Denver in front of their home crowd. This is a critical game. The home team has won every single game in a Game 7 series tomorrow between Cleveland and Orlando. The home team's won every single one of those games. But just, you make mistakes in this game, like that travel to start off the fourth quarter in the backcourt by Jokic, then, I mean, that's a huge mistake right there. Along with possibly missed free throws in this one too. 15 for 19 at the free throw line for the Nuggets. That's not bad. 79% as a team. Minnesota went 5 for 8 tonight so far at the free throw line. Yeah, I think whoever wins this game is going to be able to represent the West in the NBA Finals. I've got the Celtics taking on whoever wins this series. Whoever wins this series will play the Celtics in the NBA Finals. Yeah, this is going to be a grind-out series. This is just one game, obviously, and what I think is going to be a best-of-7 in this series. If it does go a best-of-7, this is insane. It goes to May 19th. That's Game 7. It's May 19th. And that's 15 days away. Is May 19th. This series drags out. Game 2 is on Monday. And then Game 3 isn't until Friday. So it drags out quite a bit. There's massive space between Game 2 and Game 3. There's a 4-day span between 2 and 3 for games. Like, you usually don't see that in a series, that you go all the way from the 10th to the 14th in between games. There's no game in between on the 12th. Yeah, I don't think Oklahoma City, because of their youth with their core, they just don't have the playoff experience yet for OKC, even though they're the top seed. And then Dallas, I mean, it's as far as Luka and Kyrie can take that team, but those are just two guys there. I mean, they log some heavy minutes, and it wouldn't shock me if Dallas gets there, though. Really wouldn't shock me. But I think it's going to come out of this series. 91-88, 4.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Naz Reid, top of the key, sends it off to Mike Conley. Conley dribbles up, swings it outside. Naz Reid, the player of the fourth quarter, takes the 3. Laser beam, he delivers from downtown. 94-88, another 3 made by Naz Reid. It's all about who steps up in the fourth quarter. Right now, it's off the bench with Naz Reid. He's got 16-14 this quarter. Jokic at the right wing perimeter, lobs it over. It goes back to Jokic from Porter Jr. Jokic working his way inside over Gobert. No good. Missed off the mark. Over Gobert. Gobert with a heads-up play. Pins it off of Jokic out of bounds. Big-time defense by Rudy. Locking down Jokic. .350 left to go. 6-point lead for Minnesota. Looking to extend it right here. The T-Wolves' largest lead was by 14 to begin this game. Denver's largest lead was by 7. Edwards turned it over in a key, deflected by Jokic. Jokic with a steal. Porter Jr. back over to Jokic. Jokic works his way this time on Cat. Inside the key. Jokic floats one up. Jokic got it to go and one at the free throw line as Cat commits the shooting foul. It's a hard, grinded out possession there by Jokic. Just clumsily acrobatic, flailing shot off balance by Jokic off the pivot. 3:31 left to go. 94-90. Jokic will shoot one at the free throw line. 79% as a team tonight at 15 for 19 on free throws. Jokic, 26.7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. Yeah, that's Cat's 5th right now for fouls. 4 by Gobert, 4 by Anderson for foul trouble. 3 each for Denver between Gordon and Murray. The free throw is good by Jokic. 3-point game we got here, 94-91. And Minnesota will burn a timeout, so that is now 2 that they got left. So it was, last time it was 4 trailing down to 3. And now they have 2 timeouts remaining as they had 3 and they just took a timeout to make it 2 left for Minnesota. So both teams have 2 timeouts left. 3:31 left to go in a 3-point game. Mike Conley has a double-double tonight. 14 points, 10 assists. Rudy Gobert's got double-digit rebounds with 10 boards. Only 2 points tonight for Gobert. Anthony Edwards. Incredible once again. 35 by Edwards. Naz Reid, the story of the fourth quarter right now with 16. Major reason why the T-Wolves are leading this game currently because of Naz Reid. Denver led by Jokic, 27 points. 17 each between Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. Murray's a minus 19 on the floor. This series just started. It's a long way from being over right now. 3:31 left. What's good? James in the stream. Welcome in. Taking the T-Wolves. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win this series here? T-Wolves or Nuggets? 16 by Naz Reid. 14 this quarter. We come back from the timeout right now. Mike Conley left to right on the floor from Minnesota as he takes it past midcourts. Mike Conley on the floor with Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards, and Jaden McDaniels. The pass gets sent down low over to Gobert. Missed the first one, second one. Able to record a putback. It is good for 2 by Rudy Gobert. It's up to 4 points tonight in this game. That's his only second made field goal. 6-1 second chance opportunities tonight for Minnesota. Lob over the top. Gobert deflects it. Intercepted as Jokic was looking to send the lob off to Gordon. Gobert denied it. Edwards attacks inside the paint. Edwards taking it to the rim. He gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up by Anthony Edwards. 2:54 left. I got the Cavs tomorrow. Yeah, I think the Cavs are going to close it out on their home floor tomorrow night. It's been the home team that's won every single one of those games. If the Cavs don't, I mean, that's embarrassing. They were up 2-0 in the series. They were up 3-2. Just simply embarrassing for the Cavs. You got Donovan Mitchell. You got Darius Garland. You got what should be the 2 best players in the series. The Magic have Paulo Banchero, but still, you got more veteran guys in your team going up against a younger Orlando squad. That's embarrassing if Cleveland can't close that out tomorrow at home. Second shot's good. 98-91 as Edwards has 37 right now, burying both of the free throws. Murray takes on McDaniels. Murray dribbles up to the right elbow. Pick gets set by Jokic. Murray at the left elbow. Sends it outside to the top. Jokic fires a 3 straight away. Jokic bricked off the back rim. No good. Rebound secure by Gobert. 11th rebound by Rudy Gobert. 2.5 left to go. Minnesota up by 7. Will slow down tempo. Conley at the left wing. He's guarded by MPJ. They get a bucket here. Most likely could be the Jagger. Top of the key. Conley flings it up and they get deflected out of bounds. This will stay Minnesota ball. 2:18 left to go. underneath the hoop. It will be an inbound here for Edwards, who will be the inbound passer. Edwards lobs it off to Cat, receives it at the free throw circle. Here's a jumper, and Gobert cashes it. It is good for 2 by Rudy. Back-to-back buckets by Rudy Gobert. That may have been the dagger. 100-91. Baseline dribble, Jokic off to Gordon. Outside Porter Jr. takes the 3 at the left wing. They're cold. Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul committed by Denver. I think it was Jokic here setting the screen. Or Jokic down low in the box outs. Conley went down. Yeah, this is going to be Minnesota basketball. It's on Michael Porter Jr. for the offensive foul. Minute 50 left to go. Jokic was battling his way underneath the hoop there as it was bricked by Denver. Edwards at the elbow. They led as many by 14 to begin this game. For Minnesota, 18-4. Edwards, jumper, baseline. Oh, he hits it. Anthony Edwards. Bang, 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 bang. A big-time J by Edwards. You the man, you the man. 39 by Anthony Edwards. It looks like he puts this game to sleep in this one with a Minnesota dub, most likely. 1:36 left to play. Off the turnaround baseline, Jay, hand in the face. The new face of the NBA sticks it. Denver burns the timeout. 102-91. They're built different this time around. Looking for the redemption for Minnesota. 39 by Edwards. 20 by Cat. 14 points, 10 assists by Conley. Rudy Gobert had back-to-back buckets to stretch that lead. He's got 6 points, 12 rebounds for Rudy. 16 by Naz Reid. Just the depth of the T-Wolves starting to take over in the second half. Minnesota has outscored Denver 62-49 in the second half. That's not a typo. 62-49 in the second half. Minnesota's outscored Denver. 102-91. Minute 36 left to go as Denver gets the inbound. In trouble. Down by 11 at their home arena. Jokic went up. Jokic got stripped. Jokic got it back. Jokic inside the key. Jokic with a hook shot. Jokic got it. 102-93. Time's ticking off the clock right now for the Joker, though. Minute 20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mike Conley quarterbacking the offense, double-digit assists in game 1 of the series. Bounce pass over to Edwards, lost it, turned it over. If you're the Nuggets, you got to score right here. Edwards off the Porter Jr., kicked out of bounds by McDaniels. If you're Minnesota, you'll take that. Your defense gets reset. The ball get kicked out of bounds by McDaniels. It allows your defense to get reset here as an inbound is awaiting for Denver. Inbound goes to Murray. Murray at the left wing perimeter. Murray towards his right. Bounce pass sets up Gordon. Shot clock's already down to 14. Jokic with a 3. Straight away, Jokic. Jokic buries it. 102-96. They over till it's over. Final minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Jokic with 32 points now. It's only 2 for 9 from 3, though. Final minute. Minnesota by 6. Whole crowd comes on its feet here for the Denver fans looking to play defense. Edwards. As and the clock will stop here. Wait for the basketball. Jokic picks up a foul. Now you get to start to use your fouls. If you're Denver, that's the thing, because time's ticking off the clock. You're trailing by 6. 45 seconds left. Edwards has it at the right wing. If he heads to the free throw line, he has a chance to get 40. Edwards goes up, and Edwards gets bumped into and fouled. 2.7 on the shot clock. That will reset to a new 24. 38.6 seconds left to play as he got bumped into by Gordon, who picked up the foul. And this will send Edwards to the line. This will be 2 shots. They're now in the bonus. So Edwards will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one's good. He's got 40. 103-96. Anthony Edwards up to 40 in this game in 42 minutes. Second free throw is good. 8-point lead for Minnesota. Mr. Clutch at the free throw line. Perfect tonight, 6 for 6 at the free throw line. Denver will burn a timeout. 104-96. 38.6 seconds left to go, and the Nuggets in trouble here in Game 1 of the series in their home floor. They were down by 14. They scored just 4 points in the first 7 minutes of this game. They were trailing 18-4 at one point, if you're just joining us. And they made up for it. They came on back. They took the lead at the end of the first quarter, 25-23. It was back and forth going into halftime. The Nuggets led by 4 at the half. And then here came the T-Wolves. Naz Reid, massive fourth quarter. 16 points, 14 in the fourth quarter, including a bank 3. 20 by Cat, 14 points, 10 assists by Mike Conley. Rudy Gobert, 6 points and 12 rebounds. He had back-to-back baskets at one span in this fourth quarter. But the man of the show, man of the match, Anthony Edwards, 41 points in 42 minutes, locking down Jamal Murray, limiting Jamal Murray to just 17 tonight, which has been Mr. Clutch, Mr. Fourth Quarter against Darvin Ham and the Lakers. Yeah, this ain't Darvin Ham and the Lakers right now. This is the Minnesota Timberwolves. The deep, deep Minnesota Timberwolves with a new face of the league in the NBA with Anthony Edwards. Mr. MJ Jr. (104-96). Inbound for Denver. Got to get something fast. Porter Jr. jacks up the 3, and he does right that. 104-99. MPJ immediately jacks up the 3 and buries it. 33.9 seconds left to go. Inbound in the backcourt from Minnesota. Minnesota crosses the midcourt logo. Edwards dribbles, attack, slices defenders right to the rim. He scores up and off the backboard. It's good for 2 by Edwards as he takes the distance, and Denver decides not to foul. Denver in desperation mode. Jacked up the 3. They missed it. Minnesota comes up with a rebound. Denver's not going to foul, and Minnesota picks up a massive victory here in Game 1 of the series for the T-Wolves. 106-99, the final score. Anthony Edwards finishes with 43 points as Game 1 concludes. What a victory for Minnesota. First win in the second round of the playoffs since May of 2004, which was Game 7 against the Sacramento Kings, 83-80 for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, he is just that dude. He is built different. 43 points in 42 minutes tonight for Anthony Edwards. He is so hungry. Final possession sums up this story of the night. Inbound in the backcourt. Denver doesn't foul. Edwards takes it the distance, cashes it for 2. That sums up the entire story for tonight's game here. A 7-point win for Minnesota. Denver had a major miscue with a travel violation by Jokic in the backcourt, but instead of losing by 1 possession, they end up losing by 3 in this game being 7 tonight. 106-99 the final score. Edwards, massive, massive game. Big time. 43 points in 42 minutes on 17 for 19 shooting. 20 by Cat. Gobert finished with 13 rebounds. 10 assists by Mike Conley. 14 points. He had a double-double. 16 by Naz Reid. Naz Reid is the reason why Minnesota was able to take control of the fourth quarter. He scored 14 points out of the 16 in the fourth quarter. Just not enough for Denver tonight. 32 by Jokic. 20 by Porter Jr. Jamal Murray just crashing back to earth for Jamal Murray today. Looking like a regular season off par, Jamal Murray. Definitely not playoff Jamal Murray, elevating his game. Jamal Murray needed 26 or greater to win this one for Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray got 17 on 6 for 14 shooting and was a minus 22 in the floor. Aaron Gordon was a major negative 2. He was a negative 23 out there for his plus minus tonight. What a game. Mike Conley, by the way, was the top plus in the game with a plus 20 tonight. Recorded 10 total assists, the game leader. One game down in this one, 106-99. Minnesota leads 1-0 over Denver. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon covering the Magic against the Cavs. That's Game 7. So if you'd like to come on back tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, it's 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night for Magic versus Cavs Game 7. That is at Cleveland for tomorrow's game to determine the winner of the final first round series. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream for this one tonight. Before I do wrap up, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well as we sign off here for this one. Minnesota wins Game 1, 106-99 over Denver, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. If anybody is interested in becoming a channel member, it's as low as $1.99 per month for the US dollar rate to do so. That is posted in the chat. It is pinned to the chat, posted in the description of this video for anybody who is interested in joining the channel membership. Every single member gets a shout out at the end here. We got Jason, Warren, Rajib, I Am Ghost, David, Asia, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Guido, Tristan, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, Jack City, and Shalimar. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream tonight for this one here. The Minnesota Timberwolves take game number 1, 106-99. Anthony Edwards drops down 43 and a victory over Minnesota. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night here, everybody.